Guys, and welcome to a new GTK Revealer tutorial. Like I said in the first tutorial that we are going to check something with the button. So I'm going to expand our callback function to make some crazy things. I'm going to blow your mind a little bit, but you are going to learn some new things which you can use them in your application, because you are not stuck only on the button and the data which you are passing it. You can also use a lot of the widgets which they are connected to these widgets which you are passing through this click-it callback functions. And for this I'm going to show you how many widgets you can manipulate with a simple callback function, which basically takes only two parameters. The first one is the button, the second is the data, which is in our case the revealer. And for this, let us start with the button. I'm going to get the button child for you, nothing special. So GTK widget, and I'm going to call it get button child, and I'm going to point it to the first and only GTK bin function which exists, which is called GTK bin get child. You should already know what does this function because I already have a playlist with it, and you should check it before you check here. We need to cast it to GTK bin, GTK bin, not bin, GTK bin, and we are going to pass, of course, our button. At this point, at this point, obviously a little bit messy because this thing right here should be here inside. At this point, we are calling GTK bin get child of and we are passing the button inside of it, and we are going to save the child inside of the GTK widget get button child. Now, because we have some information about the button, but we don't know for sure, and it should be 100% there because we know we have created a button with a label, which means that this button has a child which is called label. I'm going to do some crazy things now, and I'm going to say something like this: if let's say if get button child is not equal to null, watch how crazy I'm going to do these things for you. Now, because the get child button is not equal to null and we are expecting to have a label, we are going to say it again: if GTK is label, we are going to check that the get button child, it is indeed a label and it's not something something else there. Now, because we have it, we can call GTK label set label on the get button child with the message hide entry. And because we know that it's working, and this means we are going, of course, I'm not going to make the same checks again, but you should take care about it. And now at this point we are going to say if it's set to false, then the button should reveal the hide entry message, and if it's set to true, it should reveal the show entry message. Let me see. I'm going to compile it and run it. What do we have here? Okay, yes, because I need the GTK label. Sorry guys, I'm not going to cast this one to a GTK label like probably you are expecting, because I want to be sure that it's a GTK label. So having it as GTK label, it means to cast this one. No, I'm going to okay, whatever. I'm going to cast it. Okay, so GTK label, because it needs a GTK label cast right here. and of course the same thing going to work here as well. So GTK label. At this point we are calling GTK set label on the label child by casting in with GTK label cast and putting the show and hide entry inside it. Let me compile it and run it and see that it's working, and it should work. Now the button, the way it was before declared, which let me go back a little bit to it. When we create a button, I said it should be called click me. I didn't change it to something else. Maybe you can just give it directly its name, like show entry. Me, I let it like this, and now watch. When I click the button, it said now hide entry because the entry it's shown, and once that I click again, it's the entry it is been hidden, and we have the show an entry. So basically this is what we did, and you see we did all these things just by calling GTK bin get child, and you saw now how powerful this function is. It is dangerous to work with something like this if you are not sure what you are doing, but if because you know that the button has a label because you declare it, you still check it to be sure, which means once that you save that child, it could be something else there, or it could be nothing, so you can get null. So we are checking against null because we know that it's not null, it has something inside it. To not try to set the label on something which you don't know what it is, we are checking it against the GTK's label, and because it is, now we can of course call the GTK label set. This is the same thing which you should do in the else statement again, but I'm not going to do it because it will be the code too big, but you should be sure that if and else statement both follow the rules and doesn't try to call a function on an object which doesn't exist or something which will be bad for you. Okay, that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you like it, please subscribe, share with your friends and neighbors, and until next time, see you guys.